Hey, Assel, welcome to our next podcast. The topic today is how to improve our cold email, like how to fix it, how to make it better. So last episode, we talked about problems and why cold email might not be working, but this is where we get to talk about what works well. So what would be your first and top tips for people who want to improve their cold email?
Okay, so starting with the domain setup, you need to start with the fresh domains, create new email inboxes, warm them up properly. That's your first take. And once you have done that, then comes the data part. Generally, a lot of people just want to target the C-suite or the decision makers from each company, but it's always worth trying reaching out to different decision makers from the same company. Maybe if you are going after manufacturing instead of just going for the CEOs or the C-suite people, you can also reach out to people from the operations or supply chain procurement. Maybe use different messaging for both the data sets. It will do your split testing. The outcome will be a lot better than just sticking to one data set. Second thing that I would recommend would be testing of different subject lines, which in the last episode we already discussed. The whole objective of a subject line is just so that a person can find your email that attractive that they get to open it, and that's it. It doesn't have to relate to your what's in your email body or what services are you going to provide. It shouldn't be like super off and shouldn't be scammy. You can't really say $3 and then you have a different subject email body. Test out different subject lines and be very creative. Ask questions, trigger the curiosity so that they open your emails and read what you have to say.
Yeah, great. Thank you. I really like your point around approaching different people in the company and then nuancing the message slightly. I think this is something that not a lot of people try, and it's really related to like account-based marketing, right? If there's multiple decision makers within the company, it's really worth approaching different people, but then tailoring your message to each person's agenda. So, for example, there might be a technical person that might use a software or tool, but they don't hold the budget or the decision-making power. There's probably someone in a business department who might make the spending decision. And so those two different people require a different message, like the technical person about a tool or software or process, and then the business person might need messaging around, time efficiency, cost efficiency, and things like that. So it's really worth knowing who are you talking to in the company and how to tailor the message to them. And they're not being shy to approach both at the same time, because you might resonate with one or the other. And then once you're in the company, that's the main thing, right?
And one more thing I would like to add around the message, make it conversational. We have talked so many times. Make it very conversational. Corporate marketing doesn't really work, at least now. Uh, Even with the emails, you have to be respectful. You can't be really generic. Write it like a human instead of sounding like an AI or corporate HR. There is a rule, one idea, one email, that we generally follow, that keep your message focused on one clear value proposition for at one time. So like you just said, have different messaging for business department and the IT department. So if you merge both and just send to all of them, it won't really work out because it's not related to them. So just follow the rule of one idea, one email, and hopefully it will work out.
Yeah, it's like using different bait for different fish, right? If you're fishing, you might use worms to catch one fish and flies to catch another fish. And it's just knowing what you're fishing for. And I like the one idea, one email rule. Something that we do at SADA, which is worth mentioning, is we try and even if we have a consistent offer, like we're messaging the IT department or the finance department, we do actually try and give slightly different offers in different emails. So, for example, maybe our first email is offering, like, just introducing a solution to a problem that they have and offering a free call, a free audit, or a session, strategy session. The second email might offer them a different type of resource, like a scorecard or an ebook or a report. And the third email might offer them something else, some kind of access to more resources, white papers and things.
Yeah.
And instead of trying to cram all of that offer into the first email, oh, do you want a call or a white paper or a resource or a report? It becomes very confusing, but you can spread that out over a couple of emails, and it means you're following up, but you're also able to offer value at every touch point. And instead of just asking them, hey, do you want to call? Do you want to call? Do you want to call? Like every single time. So yeah, knowing who you speak to and what they want, but also being able to offer value, I think is really important as well.
I cannot agree more.
Okay, is there anything else about improving our cold emails that we haven't mentioned?
Yeah, to summarize, I would say offer a quick insight, be very static with your approach, follow the one idea or one email rule, and make sure your emails are in conversational tone, not corporate or salesy or AI oriented. And I believe it will definitely help your overall outcome.
Brilliant. Thanks for the summary. And thanks for your time today in today's podcast.
Thank you,
See you
Jen.
next time.
Thank you.